Imagine a world where each everyday gesture transforms into an odyssey worthy of the great heroes of literature. That is precisely what Roland Barthes puts on the table. The idea that by looking closely, in every trivial movement there is hidden drama or an epic. By opening a door, by listening to the water run while washing your hands, Barthes finds the sublime in the most ordinary. He invites us to see breakfast not just as a mechanical act, but as a daily ritual with its own poetic meaning. The burning toasts are our personal mountains to climb, while the choice of morning attire becomes an act of self-definition. Everything, from the way you tie a shoelace to the bus journey to work, takes on a new layer of meaning. Why not think of traffic lights as a metaphysical signal marking the transitions in our lives? Barthes encourages us to see what happens outside our window as a living theater where each pedestrian is a character with a narrative yet to be discovered. He suggests that October rains are not just a climatic phenomenon, but also a mirror of our melancholy. The seasons of the year are reflected in our routine, just as a composer expresses his emotions in a symphony. By noticing these details, we find that the simplest chores hold dilemmas as complex as those faced by fictional heroes. From adjusting the thermostat to trying to find the key that always hides, Barthes teaches us that every moment is laden with meaning. It is fascinating how Barthes elevates the everyday to the status of personal epic. And it is in the supermarket where we discover a jungle of moral decisions as intricate as any you might find in an adventure book. The choice of products seems inconsequential at first glance, but deep down, it becomes a battleground where an internal struggle is waged between healthy options and risky indulgences. Here is where, according to Barthes, each shelf full of products becomes a chapter in the story of our lives. The fleeting interaction with a stranger in the checkout line turns into an encounter almost taken from a romantic novel we never wrote. He urges us to observe each fleeting conversation as a story to decipher, a scene that feeds the narrative of our own being. Perhaps in the most automatic aspects of our daily routine, like pressing the elevator button or choosing a seat on the bus, lie our greatest personal epics, though invisible. Barthes' enigma is how he acts as a cultural alchemist, transforming the common into the extraordinary. He proposes that we re-examine the careless gestures and deafening silence of day-to-day life with new insight. Suddenly, we discover that by opening the windows of our routine life, we allow a glimmer of meaning to enter. We realize that each insignificant task has the potential to become an epic poem, a modern odyssey that takes us back to the self that lies buried in the everyday. Through his lens, Barthes shows us that we are, in fact, anonymous heroes of the day-to-day, explorers of a universe full of wonders hidden in plain sight.